Good afternoon and welcome to Release and Rise. Today I want to talk about something that affects every part of our lives but often gets overlooked, and that is healthy boundaries. Boundaries are not about shutting people out. They're about defining what's okay and what's not okay for you. They protect your time, your energy, and your mental well-being. And the truth is, without clear boundaries, it's very easy to feel overwhelmed, resentful, or even burnt out, whether that's in work or in your personal relationships. So let's break this down. What are boundaries really? At their core, boundaries are limits that you set with others and with yourself. They sound like, I'm not available after 6. I need some time to think of that. I'm not comfortable discussing this. They're not aggressive. They're not selfish, they're clarity. And clarity actually improves relationships because people know where they stand with you. So why do we struggle so much with boundaries? A lot of us were never taught how to set a boundary. Maybe you were taught, always be helpful, avoid conflict, and keep others happy. So saying no feels uncomfortable, even wrong. You might worry. What if they get upset? What if I disappoint them? Or what if it affects my job or my relationship? But here's the reality. When you don't set healthy boundaries, you end up sacrificing yourself to maintain peace. And that peace doesn't last. It turns into frustration, exhaustion, and sometimes even resentment. So let's start with the workplace. Work is one of the most common areas where boundaries break down. You might take on too many tasks, respond to messages late at night, and say yes to things you really don't have the capacity for. At first, it might seem like you're being a team player, but over time it can lead to burnout. Healthy boundaries might look like setting clear working hours, not checking emails outside of those hours, and being honest about your workload, and taking breaks without guilt. Here's an example. Instead of saying, sure, I'll get that done, you could say, I can take that on, but I need to move my current deadline. Which would you prefer? And prioritise. That's not a refusal. That's professionalism. Boundaries at work don't make you difficult. They make you sustainable. Eckhart Tolle speaks to this inner conflict beautifully. When you say yes to others, make sure you're not saying no to yourself. Now that line hits hard because many of us do exactly that constantly. We betray our own needs in small ways over and over again. And eventually that turns into resentment, burnout, and even loss of our identity. Now let's talk about personal relationships, friendships, family, and even romantic partners. This is often so much harder because emotions are involved. You might feel guilty setting limits with people that you really care about. But healthy boundaries actually depend on relationships having these boundaries. Without them, you might feel drained after interactions. Saying yes when you mean no. Avoid speaking up to keep the peace. Brené Brown explains this so well. Daring to set boundaries is about having the courage to love yourself, even when you risk disappointing others. Now that's the key trade-off. You may disappoint others, but you stop abandoning yourself, and that changes everything. Healthy boundaries in relationships sound like, I need some time alone tonight. I can't talk about this right now. That comment didn't sit well with me. And here's something really important. If a relationship only works when you have no boundaries, it's not a healthy relationship. A good relationship adapts. They respect your limits. So how do you actually begin? You start small. You don't overhaul your entire life overnight. You can try these few small steps. Actually notice when you feel discomfort. That feeling of frustration or exhaustion. That's often a sign a boundary is needed. Get clear on your limits. Ask yourself, what am I okay with? Or what am I not okay with anymore? Communicate this simply and directly. You don't need a long explanation because clear is kind. For example, I won't be available this weekend. I need to leave at 5 today. You have to expect some pushback when setting boundaries because not everyone will like your boundaries, especially if they're used to you not having any at all. That doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It means that you're changing. So stay consistent. Boundaries only work if you maintain them. If you say no, but then give in every time, people learn to ignore your limits. Some common mistakes to avoid are over-explaining. You don't endlessly have to justify your boundary. Being overly harsh, because boundaries can be firm and respectful. Or waiting until you're completely overwhelmed, because it's easier to set boundaries earlier than after the burnout hits. So what are the benefits of healthy boundaries? When you start setting boundaries, a few things happen. You feel more in control of your time. Your stress levels decrease. Your relationship becomes more honest. And you have more energy for what actually matters. And perhaps most importantly, you start respecting yourself more. Because every time you set a boundary, you're saying, my needs matter too. Setting boundaries isn't about changing other people. It's about changing how you show up. Some people will respect your boundaries immediately. Some will take time, and some may resist. But the right people, the ones that truly value you, will adjust. And the more you practice, the easier it will become. So if there's one thing that you can take away from this today, is that you don't have to earn rest. You don't have to earn respect. And you don't have to say yes to everything to be valued. So start small, stay consistent, and give yourself permission to protect your time, your energy, and your well-being. I would like to invite you now in a session of setting healthy boundaries. If you can find a nice, comfortable position, somewhere you can fully relax without any interruptions. I'll allow you a moment to do this. So nicely relax now. Allow your hands to rest loosely and your body feel supported. And when you're ready, just gently close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in. And exhale. And again, breathing in. And letting go. With each breath, you begin to settle deeper into stillness. There is nothing you need to do right now, except be here. Bring your awareness to the top of your head and just notice any tension without needing to change it. Then gently allow that area to soften, as if a wave of relaxation is moving downward, softening your forehead, your eyes, and your cheeks. Let your jaw unclench and your tongue relax. Now feel that softness spreading into your neck and your shoulders. Letting your shoulders drop, releasing any weight that you've been carrying. That sense of ease flows down your arms, into your hands, and all the way to your fingertips. Now your chest, breathing slowly and steady. Your stomach softens and your back releases. That wave continues down through your hips and legs and your feet. Your whole body relaxed, supported and at ease. Now imagine you're standing at the top of a gentle staircase. A calm, peaceful place below is waiting for you. With each step down, you feel more relaxed and more grounded. Take that first step now. 10. Stepping down. 9. Deeper into calm. 8. Letting go. 7. Drifting downward. 6. Calm and steady. 5. Deeply relaxed. 4. Quiet and steady. 3. Almost there. 2. Very relaxed. 1. Completely at ease. In this calm, quiet space, your mind becomes more open, and you begin to notice something important. Your needs matter. Your time matters. Your energy matters. And it is safe to honour them. Setting boundaries is not about pushing people away. It is about respecting yourself. Imagine a soft light surrounding you. This light represents your space, your limits. It protects your energy while still allowing connection and warmth. You are calm and clear. You are kind and grounded. You are allowed to say no. You are allowed to pause before responding. You are allowed to choose what feels right for you. No can be calm. No can be kind. No can be simple. And every time you say no to something that drains you, you are saying yes to yourself. If guilt appears, you can gently let it go and release. You don't need it anymore. You can care about others without overextending yourself. Now imagine a real situation where you would normally say yes. See it clearly. I will give you a moment. Now, imagine yourself pausing, breathing, and responding calmly. I'm not able to do that right now. I need to think about it first. Notice your tone. Steady, grounded, respectful. Notice how your body feels. Calm and at ease. and notice that everything is still okay. You are becoming someone who respects their own limits, someone who values their time and energy, someone who communicates clearly and calmly. Each time you honour your boundaries, your confidence grows. Each time you listen to yourself, it becomes easier, more natural, more automatic. In this calm clarity stays with you, not just here, but in your daily life too, in your conversations, in your decisions, and more importantly, in the way that you show up. And now slowly, I would like you to bring your attention, your awareness back to your breath, back to your body, gently noticing the space around you again, wiggling your fingers and toes. And now as you take a deep breath in, exhale, and when you're ready, gently opening your eyes, feeling calm, clear, and more connected to yourself. Can I ask you to leave a comment on how this made you feel today? And thank you for watching and supporting this loving channel. Until next time, sending love to you all.